Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Fahd Dawood. I'm here in the field for you today at a master development called Dubai Creek Harbour. It's a master development by the eminent developer in Dubai, perhaps the entire region. Competes with one of the largest developers in the world, Emaar. But this video is not about the Dubai Creek Harbour, and it's not about Emaar, which is a preeminent developer. This is about you, your money, and your investment. Let's face it, we're in the middle of the corona situation. I don't even like to call it an outbreak. I just call it the sea outbreak sometimes, just to give it less importance. But let's face the situation, right? We're in the middle of the situation. We don't know if this takes 6 months, 18 months, a year to 2 years, but Dubai is slowly and gradually getting back to business, which means that you most likely are getting back to business with your money. I know as an investor, you're itching to deploy your money so that it can work hard for you and get you income, which is why I said this video is going to be about you, your money, and your investment. Yes, I'll give you a tour of the place. I'll tell you about Emaar, but I'm more concerned about how you utilizing your money working for you. Look, let me be frank. I've got one of my investors who's really talked to me and he said, look, I had about £6 million to invest in the Dubai property market pre-corona, but I've actually looked at the equities, the stock market and the Bitcoin market and the crypto market, because he felt that, you know, there's going to be a little bit of a bull run. Hey, I'm all for it. I've got no real opinion on the Bitcoin market, but I want you to really assess when you're looking at alternative investments vis-a-vis real estate. Remember, I said this is about you. In my personal opinion, real estate still offers one of the most realistic opportunities for investment. One of the reasons is because it's very real. The assets are real, the tenants are real, and the income that's generated year on year or month on month is very real. And it's non-speculative if you're buying a valuable asset, which means that you do your basic due diligence, the basic homework, and you're picking up assets which generate income. You can do that yourself by educating yourself or choose an expert who does it for you. Look, I'm going to go with a little bit of a list, okay? I'm going to talk about where you should be investing when you're looking at real estate, city-wise, then development-wise. Then I'm going to look at how you increase the upside and lower the downside. Let's talk about city, for instance, okay? When you're looking at cities around the world, you've got several that are probably competing for your attention. Your home country, perhaps Paris, London, New York, Toronto, Mumbai, Lahore in Pakistan, Japan, Tokyo in Japan, etc., etc. Vietnam, like cities in Vietnam, Cambodia, or the East, or the Chinese cities that give you multiple income or a lot of capital appreciation. In my personal opinion, I've got a checklist that allows you to just look at what allows you to actually look at cities that make sense. It's very simple, okay? The checklist can be downloaded from my website, but I'll give you a few off the top of my head. You should always be looking at cities that have excellent infrastructure, have very safe and secure environment. The leadership is very business or visionary in terms of helping businesses expand and people make money. It's a great tourist destination. And last but not least of all, it's in the middle of a lot of people who live around the place. Now, Dubai, in my personal opinion, ticks all the check boxes, right? Great infrastructure, very secure place, very family oriented. The leadership's very visionary, very business oriented. And right now, as they open up the city, they've got their finger on the pulse of the market, and they're going to be taking decisions that will help the market react, specifically real estate, for the betterment and for the future. And last but not the least, it's very important for you when you're looking at any city, notice and realize how easily accessible it is for people to come to the city, to grow their business, to move there and visit it. Dubai is in 4-hour flying time to 4 billion people. Now, I know Corona's got everybody thinking, are we ever going to be flying again? Hey, listen, we are going to be flying again. We're going to go back to the new normal. And don't forget that Dubai is around 4 hours flight for 4 billion of the world's population, okay? So essentially speaking, look, when you're talking about city, Dubai ticks all the boxes. You got it. Let's look at when you're looking at property. right? So there's a few things, again, you can download this from my website. These things are free and available for you to actually go through as a checklist. When you're looking at property, you're looking to increase the upside, which is the rental income that you can get, and you're looking at decreasing the downside or the risk, right? Every investment at the end of the day does carry some risk. In my personal opinion, real estate carries the least amount of risk. What essentially you want to do is increase the upside so your rental income's good, decrease the downside so your risks are minimized. For doing that, how do you look at a property and go through a checklist to make sure that the property that you're investing in makes sense? Look, you look at location, you look at quality, and I'm going to give you a tour of one of the apartments that Emaar is building over here. You look at the master community, you look at the developer who's doing the development, what's their credibility and what's their track record. You look at what is the assumed rental income that you can generate from that place. You look at future capital appreciation. Like, we're in Creek Harbor right now, and I'm just telling you a little bit about this place. This place is going to be 3 times the size of downtown Dubai, right? I told you this video is about you, and I'm going to talk just a little bit about Emaar and the master community. Emaar essentially is the preeminent developer in the region. They've delivered 55,000 plus apartments, commercial spaces, villas, townhouses, so on and so forth. And they've delivered master communities like downtown Dubai, Arabian Ranches, Springs, Meadows, Emirates Living, tons of master communities that make sense for you when you're investing. Now, Dubai Creek Harbor is one place that's going to be 3 times the size of downtown. And if you know anything about Dubai, then you know that downtown's become this preeminent place where everybody wants to own, rent, and live. So these are the things that you look at when you're investing in a property. What's my rental income? So increase the upside. Can I get a guaranteed rental income? Can I get good rental income stream? And reduce the risks. So when you're looking at a master community that Emaar is developing that has such a good track record and delivers quality, because I'm going to show you a ton of quality that they've done over here. I'm going to give you a tour of the apartment, and you look at the location of the entire place and how it's vis-a-vis the airport, the old Dubai, the new Dubai. These are the things that you look at to make sure when you're investing in a property, you're essentially protected. Does that make sense? Let's move on to the next stage. So, essentially speaking, let me bring things back together for you. But before I do that, do you want to take a tour of one of the apartments in this place so you can get an idea of the kind of quality that Emaar is delivering? Honestly, I can show you apartments that Emaar has delivered over the last 10 years, and we can go and visit them today, and you pretty much see that the quality stand out, still doing well. And maybe in one of the future videos I'll actually show you that. But today, let me show you an apartment tour of this place. Okay, let's go. Hey guys, okay, as promised, I'm gonna give you a tour of this 2-bedroom apartment built by Emaar in the Creek Harbor. You're gonna see how Emaar, because it's got so much experience, 55,000 plus apartments, villas, townhouses, commercial spaces, retail spaces delivered all over the world. You're gonna notice how Emaar puts a lot of focus into imagining how real families are going to be utilizing the space that they create, parts of their community. This is not an apartment, it's a home. Let's take a tour, and the first thing I want to show you perhaps is, let's start with the living room. All right, let's go. Okay guys, so the first thing that you notice when you come into the living room is the amount of natural light that you've got coming from these floor to ceiling windows. On this side, obviously you've got the community, which is the Creek Harbor that you can see. And on that side, I'm going to show you this in a while, you've got the entire lagoon, the sea view. But more than that, what you have to also notice is that they've got an amazingly large, spacious living room area, or you've got your telly, perhaps a little book reading space, and then you've got a large family / dining room area, and the spacing is enough. Remember, we're in a 2-bedroom apartment. The space for this living room Well, if you know Dubai apartments at all, then this might make you a little bit, hey, this is pretty big. It make you a little bit jealous because the space is well thought out and gives you this open feeling because of the floor to ceiling windows. And of course, this light fixture isn't bad either. Let's have a look at the kitchen space, okay? This essentially is a semi-closed kitchen because it gives you a full door for complete privacy. Of course, it is open towards the main living or the dining room area, which allows the kitchen to have more openness and then keep you in touch with, you know, your guests, or if you've got somebody who's preparing your food, then just pass the food across to you. This kitchen, by Dubai standards, I would say is pretty good quality. Emaar is known to deliver good quality. And if you look at the walls over here, there are other developments. If you just go and have a look at the walls, you'll see these walls are pretty solid. Very good workmanship, and I hope my camera team can actually show you the workmanship and the actual finishes that are in place over here. The kitchen comes built in with appliances. So you've got a double door refrigerator, okay? You've got a dishwasher. I'm going to show you the washing machine area, and then you've got take-out for built-in stove, and obviously the cabinetry is all top-notch with soundproof cabinetry and marble countertops. Let me show you the laundry area. Now, be a little surprised if you've not seen this before. It's quite massive for a 2-bedroom apartment, which you can see. Let me go inside and show it to you. Right, it comes with the take-out washing machine, and then it's got built-in wardrobes over here. Not a wardrobe, but you know, shelves. Tons of space for storage, your luggage. You know, it works like a storage room as well as a laundry space, which is amazing. Okay, so let's look at the master bedroom and the extra bedroom of the house. What Emaar has done, and this is something unique, and it's a light touch, but it makes a world of difference. It's given this full door that separates the bedrooms to the rest of the house, and it allows for a lot of privacy, right? Perhaps if you're entertaining guests late at night, but you've got kids who are sleeping, or if the wife is sleeping and you've got a men's night with football or the Premier League, then you can easily close this door and kind of like divide the house into 2 areas. Let me show you the master suite. Okay, this is the master suite. I'm going to show you the wardrobe area and the cabinetry later. Again, the master suite, they've given a full, complete, well, I'm not going to call it floor to ceiling, but it's big enough for you to have a massive view. And you'll never be claustrophobic here because the window's actually open, so it makes your life super smooth. And obviously you can fit a king-size bed in over here. Let me show you now the wardrobe area. So you've got, as I told you, right, they think about real families living here. So you've got these massive 6-door cabinets over here, and then you've got 2 over here. This is like a customized, you can actually put your own shelves in here the way you want to use it. And then you've got a massive 6-door wardrobe here as well for all things that you and the spouse or you and your friends might actually need. Let's have a look at the extra room with the 2nd bedroom. Again, the same heavy set doors that give a ton of privacy. You won't be able to hear what's happening in the room next door. And again, you can see a king-size bed, and what Emaar has done has given, let's call it floor to ceiling windows, even if they're not, but I think they're pretty big, give you great community view. Again, the windows open, which is, again, you'll never feel claustrophobic. King size bed and excellent wardrobes over here. If you can see, again, a 5-door cupboard, which is amazing. And something, again, you can notice is there's a lot of room behind the door as well, which allows for, you know, extra storage space per se. All right, guys, so when you're looking at investing in apartments, townhouses, villas, commercial space, whatever it might be, view is something that's critical because it helps capital appreciation, helps you get more tenants and protects you from the downside, and gets you good rental income, and when you're looking to sell the apartment, perhaps more money into your pocket. What Emaar has done with Dubai Creek Harbour is ensured that most apartments have great views of not just the community, but also the sea and the lagoon, so that you can look far out into the horizon and see big visions and dream big dreams. Okay, so let's bring things back together. Okay, essentially this is what I told you today. Look, the corona situation's here to stay, maybe 6 months, 7 months, maybe a year, 18 months. We hope a vaccine comes home soon. However, I know a lot of investors are still itching to invest. Look, when you're looking at alternative investments compared to real estate, please stay away from things which are absolutely speculative. I don't want to comment on the equities market, which is kind of like a kangaroo market right now. And I don't want to comment on the crypto market. Real estate, in my opinion, gives you that real asset that gives you real income, appreciation, and if you sell your property and if it's appreciated, then it's real money in your pocket. And you've got a real tenant and a real general market, and the real estate asset market moves slightly slower. It gives you that opportunity to make decisions before the bottoming out of the market and before the topping out of the market. And because we're in the Dubai Creek Harbor and you've seen the apartment, I want to tell you, when you're looking at buying a property, there's 3 things that today, apart from the other many things that you should be looking at, essentially speaking, look to buy quality, okay? Look to buy a community, and Emaar is well known to deliver communities, okay? Because all of this protects you from the downside. Last but not the least, make sure when you're buying something that is in an excellent location that allows you capital appreciation, but even if it doesn't allow you capital appreciation, helps you with the upside, which is the rental income that you're going to be getting out from the property itself. Look, if you've got questions, please hit me up in the comment section below, or you can reach me on my WhatsApp number, or you can get to me by email as well. Hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon. Behind me is the entire Dubai Creek Harbor. It's going to be 3 times the size of downtown Dubai, and when it's ready, it's going to be an eye to behold. And talk to you soon.